For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with 2025 Parkway defensive tackle and track standout Devon Oliver. We'll talk about both of those sports as well as his recruitment that has been picking up steam over the past 5 or 6 months on the football side. I'm going to ask him a little bit about potential college track as well because I know he's got a long, no pun intended, track record in that sport off the football field. Devon, man, we're just a couple weeks removed from the end of outdoor track season. How's everything been going? Just kind of wrapping up the school year and everything.
It's been going good. I think I'm ready to start summer track too and football workout in the off season.
So no downtime really. I mean, you
No,
with
no,
everything you're juggling, yeah, it's nonstop. Let's uh let's start with some of the track stuff actually. And I really honestly I think I first started to notice you a little bit from the track side and then started watching the huddle from there. Um there's a lot of guys in the state that are football guys that they just do track as well and kind of stay in shape or compete or whatever. Track is something that is obviously, I mean, a big priority for you that you have a lot of background with and take a lot of pride in. Talk me through that sport, kind of getting into it and where you're at with it now, where you've got a discus championship in your background and you're consistently in competition for shot put and discus titles and how what that means to you.
yes, sir. I've been doing track since I was 8 years old, so I always felt like I, I was supposed to be good at it because I've been doing it for a long time. And so when I compete, I always want to win.
Do you see both sports? Are you when you're talking to colleges, and I mean we'll get into some more specifics about some of the schools as we get further into the conversation, but when you're talking to schools, are you talking to them about trying to play both at the next level? Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Is, that's pretty important to you to be able to keep doing both when you get to college.
Yeah.
Good deal. Talk me through the football side. I mentioned last spring is when started to kind of you started to rise up my radar, and then this fall as a junior, you had a phenomenal season, some all district accolades, and all of those things. Texas Tech comes in November and extends the first offer. What stood out to you this fall about what worked so well for you, just how things felt like they were going? What did it mean to be able to have the type of on-field performance you had and to start to see people take notice of what you could do in that sport at that level?
Yeah, it felt good because I ain't get to play my sophomore year because I had surgery right before the season. So I knew this my junior year I had to do good, do very good.
And I'm sure it felt really good to see that kind of reach fruition.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What were you most proud of in terms of what you had success with? I mean, we can throw on the huddle and see some of your strength and what you're able to do with your hands. Just, I mean, a lot of times throwing blockers to the side and freeing yourself up to make plays. But you know, when you kind of talk me through what you see as your strengths right now and the areas of your game that you have the most confidence in, how would you kind of describe what you bring to the table?
Yeah, I think I'm a very good run game player. I can stop the run very good, and I can work on my pass game as well too.
Yeah, you see your physicality and your ability to stuff the run, but there's a couple of plays on there at different points in the season where you see a little bit of closing speed chasing down a quarterback or looking kind of comfortable and a little bit agile in some space. And obviously the Panthers felt comfortable moving you around in some different spots up front where you're playing in some different alignments. How how is your confidence level right now in terms of just some versatility up front and some things that you are able to do beyond just being obviously a high caliber run stuffer?
Yeah, I'm very confident. I think I can play every position on D line, very very well. I play
When
any.
you talk, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think I can play any position on D line.
When you mentioned trying to continue to improve your pass rush or your defense of the pass overall, what are things this offseason that you look at in terms of development that are kind of priorities, focuses, ways that you're trying to attack that and become that much more well-rounded of a player moving forward?
Yeah, I think I can work on my get up, and I'm gonna learn more moves this off season. I feel like in my junior year, I didn't have that many moves to use.
Just continuing to expand that toolkit.
Yes, sir.
So obviously very excited to have some success this fall on Friday nights. but when the Texas Tech offer comes in November, take me through that day and just sort of what that conversation was like and the emotions to realize, not only am I doing some big things here at Parkway right now, but some of the long-term future is starting to fall into place as well.
When he had texted me, he first texted me on Twitter, and then he had asked for my coach's number. Then the next day, he had called my coach, and we was on the phone talking, and that was when he had gave me the offer. I was shocked and excited too.
That's a big one to start, man. To have a Big 12 team, a Power 5 or Power 4 now team come into play. What was that like to have your recruitment start in such a big way?
Uh, it felt amazing. I was very excited for it. To see what else was gonna come.
You've got about 10 now, and don't have to list them all, but it includes a couple of SEC teams in Missouri and Vanderbilt. It also includes, a Dartmouth up in the Northeast. It's obviously a high academic institution that offers athletic opportunities as well. When you look at how that recruiting process has continued to develop for you and just sort of the different options that have come your way, what has that been like to see, not just this one offer come, and that's very exciting, but that process continue for you and to know you've got some difficult choices at some point, and that they all offer a lot of different things.
Uh, I'm very excited to see where I'm gonna go, and what else, which school would benefit me the most.
Have there been certain schools right now that have been most heavily in contact that just kind of have stood apart in terms of how consistent they are or the love that they're showing and kind of how they seem like they're prioritizing you as a potential member of that 25 class?
Vanderbilt has been reaching out the most, and Houston. They both have.
What stands out about those two? What have they had to say about what they like about you or how they see you fitting in their programs potentially?
Yeah, mainly that it was showing love. It, I think it was just them showing the most love.
What are you looking for in a school? I mean, when you talk to some of these coaches right now and just kind of learn more about them and their programs, or when you get a chance to start hitting the visits that much more heavily, here pretty soon, and go see some of these campuses and facilities and whatnot, as you weigh kind of, what are the options, what are factors that are important for you in choosing your home at the next level? What are kind of questions you ask or things you're looking for?
First, I asked about their scheme, what type of scheme they run, to see if I would be able to fit in it, and see how I would fit in it, and I think mainly what school will benefit me the most for the next level.
Do you have plans already set on some schools that you're planning to get to in the next few weeks? Have you kind of had a chance to sort through that schedule or not yet in terms of specifics?
I think right now I'm going to Houston and Vanderbilt in the summer. I know for sure those two.
And we mentioned obviously Vanderbilt is known in the SEC for its academics, and I mentioned Dartmouth before, obviously up there in the Ivies. Um, Everything that you post, whether it be in your bio or on your football highlights, you mention your GPA and the strength that you have, not just as an athlete, but as a student athlete and what you bring in the classroom. How important is that aspect of your life and who you are as a young man, and where does that emphasis on the academic side come from for you? A lot of times, you talk about a parent or grandparent or a teacher that made a big difference, just kind of what kind of laid that foundation for you to take so much pride in that.
My mom, I think my mom, she's the main reason. She's a good parent, and she's very strict on me about my grades too.
Do you remember early on her kind of emphasizing that and was like, look, this, the track stuff's cool or football is cool, but this has to come first?
Yeah, education, most important.
Do you know what you want to study in terms of the academic side at the next level?
Right now, I was thinking kinesiology.
Nice. When did that kind of start to stand out for you, and what stood out about it as a possible major?
It was when I was doing physical therapy. I did for 2 years for two different injuries, and I was just thinking, I want to be here helping people too.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Um, anything else that you want people to know about you, whether it be college coaches that are getting a chance to know you more right now in this recruiting process, potentially college fans who are looking at you as a guy that might be a part of their favorite team in a year and a half or so, or just fans, um, or just fans around Louisiana who are getting a chance to know you more. I think you're a guy that more and more people around the Shreveport area certainly know, but that name's starting to get out that much more around the state and region. Who do you want them to know about who Devon Oliver is?
I feel like my senior year is gonna be my best year. I'm getting way better than my. I'm getting way better this year than I was last year, and I'm excited.
What's the outlook like for you guys as a team this fall? I know obviously some guys that graduate this year and are heading off to college that y'all will miss, but y'all's 25 class and 26 and beyond, y'all have a lot of talent coming
We
back.
have a good team this year.
Yeah, what are y'all talking about in terms of goals or things that y'all need to take care of to reach those goals?
We for sure want to win district. We think we got a good chance to win district this year. We came short last year.
What would that mean? You know it it seems like some of this is flying by a little bit, but this will be your senior year this fall. What will it mean for you and your guys in that 25 class to finish your high school career strong?
I feel like that would be amazing. A good ending in my senior year, and hopefully we could go far in the playoffs too.
Good deal. Well, sir, I certainly appreciate your time. There's anything else you want to share, feel free. Just kind of telling stories about who you are, what you're looking forward to, or do we pretty much cover it?
I think we good.
Good deal. Again, he's Devon Oliver, standout defensive tackle and track athlete for the Parkway Panthers up there in Shreveport Bossier area, and for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jared Roser.